Boom. All right, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Crypto Convo, series where we cover exciting news and price action in the land of cryptocurrencies and crypto-related stocks. You guys, the crypto sector is currently seeing a pretty beautiful comeback after a few days of absolute carnage. You'll love to see it. And after today's price action, things are looking pretty darn bullish in the short to medium term. So very excited to take a look at some charts with you guys today. We actually have a lot to cover, so I do want to get straight into this. This is going to be a juicy one. So as always, we'll quickly go over each topic we're going to be discussing, and then we'll dive into each one individually. In front of us, you guys know the drill. Trading View, where we will cover the following names today in this order, going down the watch list you can see here on the right. Kicking it off, of course, with the king. Have to always kick it off with the king, Bitcoin. And again, you guys, if you've been tuning in over the past week, I did expect a little more downside for Bitcoin. I'm not saying that potential downside is completely out of the picture just yet. But again, after today's price action, short-term price action, things are starting to look a lot more bullish, and I'm definitely getting some more positive sentiment for Bitcoin. Every time I want to doubt Bitcoin, it always has a great way of reminding me that we are still in a very, very heavy, very, very strong overall uptrend, and the fundamentals are so strong with this, okay? So we will touch on Bitcoin, then move into the silver to Bitcoin's gold, Ethereum. Of course, gotta touch on Ether a little bit. Ether did see a pretty significant pullback, more so than Bitcoin for sure over the past few days. So I will let you guys know what I'm thinking about Ether and kind of the altcoin space as a whole. And then the last crypto we're gonna touch on is one that I have not talked about in a very long time, but I'm very excited to because I've been bullish and I've been holding some since 2017, and that is EOS. Okay, so EOS are the owners. Block One is the owner of voice.com. Okay, so it's block1.io is the owner of voice.com. They're the creators of EOS token. Okay, and voice.com, I'll get into it a little more later, but it's pretty much a decentralized social media platform. And EOS's all-time high back in 2017 was at $25, and I think it definitely has some catching up to do, and it finally will see some love over the near future. Okay, so those are all the cryptos we're going to cover, and then of course we got to move on to our very exciting, very, very high-performing crypto-related stocks today. These guys bounced pretty hard today, especially the one we've been waiting for a while, Mara. So kicking it off, of course, with our king miners, our Bitcoin miners, Marathon Patent Group and Riot Blockchain, Mara and Riot. And Mara up 17% today, closing the day out 17%, up over 20% at one point in the trading day. Very exciting price action, you guys. And it's finally, we've been waiting for it. If you guys have been tuning in, you know that we've been saying Mara always ends up playing catch up to Riot at some point, okay? And Mara is finally playing catch up with Riot, up closing the day up over 10% more than Riot. Riot still having an amazing day, still up 7% on the day, but Mara is finally playing that game of catch up, and I remain still more bullish on Mara as opposed to Riot. But of course, I will always be bullish on Riot as well. Then we'll move on to Jinlei or XNET, a very exciting blockchain play. Jinlei corrected pretty significantly too. And I'm really liking the upside potential of Jinlei as an asymmetric risk, as an asymmetric bet pretty much, okay? So I think the upside for Jinlei is currently a lot greater than the downside potential. So that's always exciting from, of course, a trading perspective. We will then close it out with my two favorite OTC stocks, CurrencyWorks or CWRK, and Alternate Systems or ALyi. So CurrencyWorks, of course, you guys, is a company, is an OTC company, a very small market cap as well. Both these have very small market caps, which makes them very exciting plays in my eyes. CurrencyWorks helps individual companies to tokenize shares of their companies, create ICOs for their companies, pretty much. Obviously, a very exciting mission in this current market environment. And Alternate Systems, some of you guys know that Alternate Systems, you might be like, this is not a crypto play. Alternate Systems, as I describe it in a nutshell, is the Harley Davidson of electric vehicles, targeting the Harley Davidson of like electric motorbikes, I guess, targeting emerging markets, okay? But the reason I'm including it in this crypto convo, and we'll actually take a look at an article that covers this at the very end when we cover it, is because they are planning on doing an ICO to fund their efforts, okay? So to fund everything they're working on, they're going to do an ICO or an initial coin offering. What's going on here? Initial coin offering with a company by the name of Revolt, okay, Revolt token. So they're partnering up, they're launching this ICO pretty soon, which is very exciting there. And yeah, I'm excited to talk to you guys about it. So that is all the stocks, that is all the names we are going to cover today, the assets, the cryptos, the stocks, whatever we're going to cover today on the charts. Again, talk technicals, talk price targets, talk price action, all that good stuff. And then in terms of other tabs you see up here. So the first is a very simple one. This is just to go with EOS and kind of backs my fundamental bullishness behind EOS. Okay, so this is Coinbase, most visited in 24 hours is EOS. And again, you guys, because EOS has really been lagging in comparison to many of the other crypto coins out there right now, I think that volume and eyes on this project, because it's a very good, very solid project and actually has fundamentals backing it. All this needs to see is eyeballs and volume, okay? And this is very, very bullish in my opinion, because it's been the most visited over the past 24 hours based on Coinbase's analytics, which is obviously very, very sound analytics, okay? So, and then that is pretty much that's all. We're only going to be covering in terms of articles. We're going to be reading through this pretty solid little article here. But again, this goes through alternate systems, ALyi and Revolt tokens kind of planned ICO that is imminent in their words. Okay, so we'll read through this, but again, that's at the very end. If you guys don't want to stick around, that's all good. And then at the very end, we will of course cover channel partner of the Waves family that we're so fortunate to be partnered with is BlockFi. And I'm super excited to share with you guys their new card. We've been talking about this for a while. They finally launched it. The day is here. Look how sick this card is. I'm so pumped to get mine in. This is a black metal Visa crypto card with a Bitcoin logo on it, and you get 1.5% back in Bitcoin on every single purchase. You guys, this is such, like, it's so sick that we're partnered with these guys for real. Again, I'll talk to you guys about why I've been using BlockFi for a long time, but they literally just launched this Visa card. You can use, I mean, you get Bitcoin back, you guys. This is truly a revolutionary product right here. So we will talk about this a little bit. And then of course I will talk to you guys about why I use BlockFi and why I'm such a fan of BlockFi initially, even before the card and everything else they do. You can earn interest on your crypto when you hold your crypto in BlockFi. So don't only make money on your crypto as an investment, have your money work, or have your crypto work for you and earn you extra money by earning interest on your crypto. Okay, so I'll talk about this at the end. Of course, all the links for all this good stuff, all the bonuses for the Waves fam will be down in the description, but we'll cover this more at the end. Before we dive into the charts, as always, I will ask you guys as well to please give the video a like if you do want to gain value from it today, or if you're trading or invested in any of the stocks or assets, cryptocurrencies, whatever we're talking about today. Give the video a like, please. I would really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I want to catch more content like this. It's a very exciting time, you guys. We're in a bull market, so it's always so fun to make content and just talk shop with you guys. And of course, check out my complete portfolio daily newsletter. First link down in the description. $15 a month if you want a complete breakdown of my entire portfolio. All call options, put options, stock positions, cryptocurrency positions. I do update that every single trading day during market hours. And along with every update, I send out an email newsletter rationalizing my thoughts, explaining my trades to you guys, letting you guys know why I'm taking the trades I'm taking, closing the trades, giving you guys some analyses and whatever I think is important at the time. So again, $15 a month if you're interested. First link down in the description. But if not, no worries at all. Let's dive into some of these charts. Kicking it off once again with the king. So to sum it up, you guys, we will go to the short term, and I'll kind of expand on some of my thoughts over my short term bias to the upside right now. But as you guys know, if you've been tuning in, I did think we're going to see a little more downside here, and I did think we're going to come down to around the 40,500 level to test this initial high. Why is this doing this? I'm sorry, you guys. To test the initial high back here, and it would also intersect with the overall line of support on the long term uptrend. Okay, so I thought that was pretty likely, and again, I'm not discounting the fact that this is still possible. This might be a little bull trap, but it's looking very promising in the short term. Regardless of what happens, I do think that it's inevitable over the medium term that Bitcoin does test the overall line of resistance on the overall uptrend. And say we go straight up from here, say we hit it on March, just to say March 11th. This is actually my brother's birthday, so just use March 11th for a nice generous price target. $90,000 price target on March 11th if it plays out. Again, you guys, it's all dependent on when Bitcoin does happen to test the overall line of resistance. Say it happens March 11th, that's 90,000. Say we come down, say this is a bull, say this is a bull trap, and we do pull down further to my overall downside price target. Say we hit, say we test this target on the downside, say we test the 40K region around early March, and then bounce up and then ultimately continue that uptrend, because this is, I really can't, with all the fundamental momentum behind Bitcoin right now, I cannot imagine Bitcoin going lower than 40K for sure. Because again, it makes sense too, because it would intersect perfectly with the overall line of support again on the overall uptrend and this initial high prior to the previous high. In bull markets, you guys, it's very, very common for previous highs to be tested as new support. So this would make sense to me. This is, again, still not out of the picture in my opinion, but it's very, very possible as well that we just do see a continuation of this rally in the short term as well. So again, very dependent on when it touches this. Say we hit at the end of March, that would take us to 100K plus Bitcoin. So when would we have to hit this to reach like exactly 100K? It would be on March 23rd. Say for some reason we do perfectly hit this on March 23rd, near the end of March, that would take us to the infamous the elusive six-figure Bitcoin. So again, it's all dependent. As always, guys, go into your own charts. Go into your own charts. Go onto your trading view. You can do this just as easily as I can. So yeah, just keep an eye on this line of resistance, and if Bitcoin goes further, then we'll see what happens. So let's go to the 4-hour quick, and I'll just show you guys why this is looking a little more bullish short term, okay? So please load a little quicker, you guys. Okay, so Bitcoin, again, over the past few days, did see a significant correction. So let's do a quick price range here, just to see the exact amount of correction. So pull up the price range from this tippy top at like almost 60K down here. That is almost a 25% correction, so pretty solid little correction there. Get rid of that. Just to show you guys what happened. Regardless, the primary thing that's very bullish about Bitcoin is that it's back above this line of support that it broke, danced below it for a little bit, but broke, and then it broke above it, came below it again. But now that it's above it again, it makes me pretty biased towards the upside. And again, you guys, we'll have to see how the remainder of this day plays out. But that is very bullish. It's just showing overall strength from almost a fundamental perspective, not just on the charts, but people are buying. Like, these dips are just being bought back up, which shows very, very strong investor sentiment overall, okay? And of course, you guys, as we know, institutions, whales, big money is really flooding into Bitcoin at this point. And that's why, like, we're still for sure in a bull market. Even if we do pull back a little further short term, it's very important to keep in mind that 2021 is by no means over as far as the upside goes, okay? So I do still see big things for 2021, even if we do see a short-term pullback in the near future, okay? So Bitcoin, again, you guys, regardless of what plays out over the next few days, I think just to wrap this up, I think it's inevitable that at some point we do test this overall line of resistance on the uptrend. And again, that would take us from whenever maybe we hit it tomorrow. Say we hit it tomorrow, that would take us to $80,000 at least. And again, but I think it's more likely that this will take another week or two for it to test the top side of this line of resistance. Okay, so that is Bitcoin. Moving on to Ethereum. Let's go to the daily for Ethereum actually once more. So actually, you can see here, I'll just show you guys this on the daily. You can see here that Ether is actually below. So this is what makes me more bullish on Bitcoin than Ether at this specific point in time, in all honesty, from a technical perspective. And again, I'm not saying that Ether can't easily break back into this ascending channel, but Ether is actually below its ascending channel at the time of recording this, all right? As far as the stochastic RSI, I believe Bitcoin's does look like this as well. I did not mention it, but this the good old blue-red crossover is about to initiate on the daily, which from a medium-term perspective is very, very bullish. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if this was a little bear trap, a little fake out, and Ether does reclaim this channel immediately. Again, you guys, with all the fundamental momentum, especially behind NFTs right now, NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are absolutely exploding. Shout out Nifty Gateway. I've been a fan of theirs for a long time. I've been a buyer of their artwork. They're like the OG NFTs owned by the Winklevi twins, the Winklevoss twins who own Gemini. And very exciting times here in the NFT sector, and it's all built on Ethereum. Everything's built on the Ethereum blockchain. So very bullish fundamentals here. I wouldn't be surprised if we reclaim this channel. And if we do happen to reclaim this channel, we'll have to see how the rest of this day, how the rest of this week plays out, in all honesty. But if we can get back into this channel, if we can close a 4-hour, even a daily, even a 4-hour candle above this channel, then that would make me very bullish. And I do believe it's very, very likely that we test the top line of resistance similar to Bitcoin, and say we hit it in mid-March, that would take us to like a $3,200 Ethereum. Okay, so very bullish on Ether. I don't really trade Ether and Bitcoin. You guys know that I pretty much buy dips because I'm so bullish long term. Of course, I do trade all the stocks involved with this sector, but I don't trade physical cryptocurrencies for the most part. Moving on, very exciting play here. So EOS or EOS, owned by Block1, the company who owns Voice.com, a decentralized social media app that actually got the handle at Royce. So that's very cool. That's a little extra incentive for me wanting Voice to blow up. I believe they spent a ridiculous amount on Voice.com, which is reasonable because that's a great domain name. But it's a decentralized, it's completely decentralized. Everyone's verified, so you have to be verified. You have to show your ID, and I think that's so powerful, in all honesty, in this current day and age, because if you're anonymous, I have nothing against you, but I don't think people should be anonymous. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right, but that's just my opinion, okay? So let's go here quickly, take a look at this. So literally all I'm showing you here is the fact that EOS is the most visited cryptocurrency over the past 24 hours. Again, eyeballs. EOS's previous high back in 2017 was at $25. So we'll actually zoom out here. I'll give you guys my short-term price target, and then we'll really zoom out for a little bit, okay? So short term for EOS, we're right at this bottom line of support, and we're dancing above it, which gives me we're pretty strong. Like, EOS didn't actually close a daily candle below this line of support, and that gives me reason to believe that we're seeing strength. We're seeing volume here, of course, which is evident by that Coinbase data right there. And it's very likely to me that EOS comes up to test the top side of this channel. And if that happens, again, mid-March-ish, that would take us to almost a $7 EOS, okay? So obviously $4 to $7, it's almost like a 75% increase. Very, very exciting if you're talking about short-term price action for cryptocurrency. But let's go to the weekly quickly, and then I'll show you guys kind of the long-term on EOS and where it's been in the past, okay? So EOS in the past did reach a high back in 2017. Again, you guys, I went through this whole roller coaster ride with EOS. I got in like around this area right here. I was very, very early on EOS. So again, reached a high in 2017, early 2018. Oh, actually 2018 it reached its high, okay? So back here, of course, it was 2017. EOS saw another rip up. While much of the rest of the cryptocurrency sector was seeing a move down in 2018, so in mid-2018, in summer of 2018 actually, and saw a price appreciation all the way up to $23, okay? So very exciting there. Again, you guys, considering EOS is it only $4 right now, going up to $24? It's a cool 6x right there. And again, you guys, because EOS actually has something backing it, there's a lot of hype coins in the market right now. There's a lot of excitement around DeFi and lending and all that good stuff. And I don't doubt the fact that that will be a very significant part of the cryptocurrency ecosystem moving forward. But EOS, again, I've spent a lot of time researching this, and we're seeing volume come back, and it's just a very, very exciting and promising time for this project. Again, as far as asymmetric risk goes, I think the downside potential for EOS is all pretty much nothing. Obviously not financial advice, guys, but the upside potential, again, that 6x, the 5, 10x potential is definitely there, as opposed to many of the other cryptocurrencies in the market right now. That's just my opinion, but always know, you guys, my money is on is where my mouth is. All right, so moving on to the good stuff, to the stocks. Marathon Patent Group. I wish this would load faster. Please load faster, you guys. What's going on here? I might have to change my Wi-Fi. Okay, no, we're all good. Sorry, you guys. The Wi-Fi has been tweaking out lately, my bad. Okay, so let's go back to the 4-hour here. This might look a little crazy, but Marathon Patent Group did actually hit my bottom side price target. So for a while, I was figuring if we did see a correction in Marathon Patent Group, that we would probably end up somewhere in this channel, whether it was this absolute bottom side of support on the overall uptrend, or the kind of line that's just acted as both a line of resistance and support over the course of this uptrend. We pretty much came right in the middle and tested Marathon Patent Group's Mara's previous high back here. It used this as a pretty significant ceiling over the course of 2021, and it makes sense that it bounced perfectly off there. So I'm very, very bullish on Marathon Patent Group at this point in time, especially after Bitcoin's price action today. It makes sense. Marathon Patent Group today is also up in after hours. The 4-hour Stokes are curling up right now, which again is a very bullish signal. And Mara is looking super strong. So I'm very bullish on Mara as we close out this week again, if Bitcoin is not presenting a bull trap and it does continue to the upside. So Mara upside price target, it's a conservative price target, which I think is like more likely. And again, this is just a very, very clean, predictable uptrend ascending channel for the most part. If we do hit it mid-March, if everything goes accordingly, like I've been saying, just mid-March general price targets, at least time horizons, that would take Mara to $60. And I think it's very, very possible and very, very likely, in all honesty, again, if we see Bitcoin appreciate in value, that we do see a $60 Mara to test the line of resistance on the overall uptrend. If we do get a little more bullish here, I think this one's more likely, but more bullish, more optimistic, everything goes absolutely accordingly. Say we hit it March 19th. We do test the line of resistance on this on the more shorter term uptrend. Again, this one is highly likely. This is likely the one I'll play personally, but maybe we test this. Maybe we go maybe we go parabolic. If we do break through this significantly, if we close a daily candle above $60, then I think it's very likely we do test this uptrend. This is the next logical line of resistance, in my opinion, and now that could take us to, again, mid-late March, like a $90 Mara. So again, very, very dependent on when these assets choose to strike the line of resistance, but very exciting times here. So let's move on to Riot quickly. Riot Blockchain, why is this so slow? Man, it may not seem super slow, but to me it's unacceptable, you guys. Okay, so Riot Blockchain, pretty similar chart. As you guys know, again, these are two peas in a pod right here. Riot did almost perfectly bounce off this line of resistance right here. This kind of, I should say, line of support. It's acted as both support and resistance. It was a very significant line of long-term resistance, okay, prior to Riot's big breakout. So it makes perfect sense to me that Riot did bounce below this. This has been one of my targets. All these lines are like general targets of mine to the downside if Riot sees corrections. And we pretty much bounced perfectly off of it. So in my perspective, this, man, because they play catch up, I want to say this is a safer trend line, because again, you guys, Riot did see a lot of support here. This is a very, very evident trend line, because this trend line over here that has acted over the long term as a very, very significant line of resistance, did act as new support. So this trend line is definitely in play. It's very likely to me that we do ultimately use this as support. Like I doubt the fact that we'll come up here and not see at least a short-term bounce off of this line of resistance. But if we do break above this, that's very bullish, and it only makes sense to me that similar to Mara, we would test the overall top side. And if we do hit it mid-March, again March 9th, that would take us to the 3-digit Riot blockchain that we've been waiting for so long. And again, you guys, if things get super bullish, if things get very, very it's the crypto sector, you guys. We know how crazy things can get. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see both 3-digit Mara and Riot. And again, we'll just have to see what plays out here. But I would expect in the short term, if we do see a move up, probably for Riot to use this as a line of resistance, bounce down. If we do break above this, if we do close a 4-hour or daily above this line of resistance, above about just to play it safe, call it $70, then I do think triple digits is in the cards for sure. Okay, so that is Riot Blockchain. Let's go to XNET Jinlei. So XNET did see a pretty significant correction, you guys, and XNET is actually below its long-term line of resistance that once it broke out of it went absolutely parabolic. Okay, so XNET, if we are able to break back above this line of resistance, so this is a very crucial level in the short term, you guys. So if like tomorrow, if by Friday we can break above, just call it 850, if we can close a 4-hour, and this is how I'll be trading, if we can close a 4-hour candle above about the 850 level, then I do think we are going to ultimately come up to test the short-term line of resistance on the overall uptrend. If this coincides with the price target that I've had for XNET of about 1350 for the past few weeks, just because there was such a significant ceiling and floor just trend line in play during the 2017 rally, because XNET's all-time high back in 2017, not all-time high, but XNET's high back in the 2017 cryptocurrency rally was $25, and over the course of the up and down of the run up and the crash down, the 1350 level, the $13 to $14 level was a very significant area it spent a lot of time in. Okay, so it only makes sense to me that that will likely come into play once again if XNET does test this in mid-March, when all the other price targets I'm talking about play out. Then that would take us to, again, this 1350 XNET. This would coincide perfectly on March 10th, to be precise, with the price target that I've had for XNET for a while, just using historical lines of resistance and support, and the line of resistance on the shorter term uptrend beginning at the beginning of this year. So I actually think this is very likely, and this is a very exciting trade in my opinion. So let's hope this plays out, because again, I'm personally very well positioned here. I hope you guys are as well, if you think the same way I do. Okay, so CWRK, CurrencyWorks. Let's close it out and wait 10 minutes for the chart to load. Man, you guys, I don't know what to do about this. Gotta call Spectrum. Okay, so CurrencyWorks is looking great in my opinion right now. So let's draw this trend line right here, just because this immediately sticks out to me. So right here, CurrencyWorks saw a huge red candle of death right here, but it was immediately eaten back up with buy orders. Huge red candle of death, perfectly tested the previous high prior to resuming this the short-term rally that we're seeing beginning at the beginning of February. So CurrencyWorks, again, very promising project, very small market cap. CurrencyWorks market cap is currently sitting at $50 million. That is tiny. So CurrencyWorks can 10x, and it would only be at 500. Like, to get to $1 billion market cap, which is still small, it would have to 20x. So that is what I'm expecting of like plays like CurrencyWorks and ALyi, you guys. With these plays, these are my Mars mission plays. These are plays that I believe can reach $1 billion market caps and ultimately 20x, ALyi 100x. Okay, so very exciting plays here. But in the short term, again, you guys, if all goes accordingly, if the cryptocurrency continues to rally like I believe it will, which again is looking like it's in the cards, it only makes sense to me that CurrencyWorks once again tests this very, very obvious line of resistance on the overall uptrend. This trend line very obviously in play. So if we hit it mid-March, that would take us to a $2.75 CurrencyWorks, which is a cool 2x from the levels we're at right now. So very exciting play just there. And let's close it out with ALyi, guys. And again, we'll read through this guy as the stupid chart loads. All right, so ALyi confirms Revolt token ICO imminent. All right, alternate systems. today confirmed its finance partner Revolt Token has indicated the planned Revolt Token ICO is imminent. On Friday last week, the CEO of Revolt Token, Mr. Heinrich Dabrowski, issued an update on the coming Revolt Token ICO. The update has been included again here in its entirety below. In response to questions and comments received since Mr. Dabrowski's update on Friday, Mr. Dabrowski today added the contemplated change of control mentioned in the update is anticipated to take place through the purchase of a preferred block of shares currently owned by existing ALyi management. This is an update from the previously anticipated purchase of the newly issued common shares. We continue to update the Revolt Token website in preparation for the ICO, and we'll address further questions in the fact section of the website. The republished update below comes directly from the CEO of Revolt Token, Mr. Heinrich Dabrowski. So Revolt Token update ICO imminent. The update today is brief and overall message is succinct. The launch of the ICO is imminent. We anticipate releasing the Revolt token, a cryptocurrency currently partitioned on the Ethereum blockchain, for sale within the next 2 weeks. The funds generated from our sale of Revolt tokens are intended to fund the growth and expansion of the ALyi electric vehicle ecosystem. The Revolt token is designed as a utility token ultimately intended to represent participation in the ALyi electric vehicle ecosystem. Please visit the Revolt token website, for complete details on Revolt token. We have admittedly taken longer than anticipated getting our ICO to launch. The launch timeline has been extended as we've taken particular care to every measure, take every measure, which is good. You guys want them taking every measure, because this can get a little dicey if you don't have the proper legalities in place. All right, we could foresee in an effort to launch Revolt token fairly, democratically, and within all market rules and guidelines. Very crucial. Funds from the Revolt token ICO are intended to be invested in ALyi by way of an equity investment anticipated to result in change of control. Please check back regularly on Revolt Token website for the latest information and disclosures and for notice of the ICO date. We plan to announce the date at least 44 hours in advance. We plan to email everyone that has signed up on the Revolt Token website as soon as we finalize a date. You can still sign up on the Revolt Token website. Thank you for your interest in Revolt Token and the electric vehicle ecosystem. Okay, so again, you guys, at its core, ALyi, of course, alternate systems is, as I explained in the beginning, the Harley Davidson of the EV market. They're really targeting emerging markets in Africa, India, where so much of the developing world rides motorcycles. They use two-wheeled vehicles, and these markets, with the way things are trending, are emerging. That's why they're called emerging markets. They have such I wouldn't be surprised if Africa in 50 years looks like Wakanda from Black Panther. I would not be surprised in the slightest if it looks like that. Okay, so very exciting here. Of course, you guys, very exciting play. I do want to make it clear that I have zero affiliation. This is not sponsored in any way, or I literally have zero affiliation with alternate systems, but I'm very bullish on this play. I hold a lot of shares in the company for full transparency, and I'm very excited on the potential. Again, 100x potential. I do think that ALyi one day can reach $10, whether it's a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, or next week. I think ALyi can at some point reach $10, and that would bring ALyi to $1 billion market cap, which again is tiny because they're currently sitting at a market cap of only $10 million. So 100x from $10 million is $1 billion, and that's pretty much what we look at in terms of share price. Okay, so ALyi pretty much has seen the full extent of what I would expect for a correction. And when I actually saw ALyi test this area down here, immediately see that 4-hour candle be eaten back up after it broke below this line of support, that made me very, very bullish, and I'm very comfortable. In all honesty, I've been accumulating ALyi shares over the past couple days. Again, you guys, with cryptocurrency, with the hype around EVs, and everything is everything's lining up for ALyi in my opinion, and it's really just a matter of getting eyes, similar to EOS. It's just a matter of getting eyes on this and just getting some volume into this stock. Okay, we've already seen crazy price action. We started talking about it at 2 cents way back here, and it already went up to 20 cents, corrected all the way down to 6 cents. So again, you guys, I love plays like this. I love plays where you see volume, you see hype around the stock crashes. We're probably going to see a little bit of sideways price action right here in the short term maybe, but overall I think it's very, very likely, with again all the momentum, all just the stars that are aligning behind ALyi as a trade. I think it's very likely we ultimately come up to test this top line of resistance on the overall uptrend. Say we hit it mid-March, that would take us to a 47-cent alternate systems. 47 cent from 9 cent. That is a solid multiple right there. Okay, so see a cool 7x if that does play out over the course of this next month or so. Always know, you guys, my money's on it, and if we do break above this, then I think we're going to freaking Mars. You guys know the moon isn't far enough. We are going to Mars right here. Mars, the big red guy, the big red dot. So that'd be very exciting. Again, you guys, just a little joke, but I'm so bullish on this company in the long term. again, with a stock this small, because it takes such little capital inflow and outflow, it's going to be a very volatile play, as we've already seen. Just because, again, the market cap is so small, with a $10 million market cap, personally the smallest market cap I've ever seen of any stock ever. And this is like this company, Alternate Systems, has like the coolest mission of almost any stock of any company that I've ever seen. Again, it's very important to realize this is an objectively speculative play. They don't have any vehicles on the road, similar to Nikola. But Nikola got to like a $20 billion valuation, and ALyi is at a $10 million valuation. So again, if enough attention falls on this play, then we can see this thing go straight, not like way past the moon. Again, you guys, that's a joke, but it's for real. Go way past the moon, straight to Mars, and probably intergalactic. Mars isn't even far enough at that point. So 100x, you're going intergalactic, and we'll call it there, you guys. There's a lot of charts to look at. Again, we're going to talk about BlockFi right now. Appreciate it if you stick around. Support the channel sponsors. But please let me know in the comments down below what play that we covered today are you the most bullish on? Are you the most excited about? If there's any plays that we didn't cover today that you're excited about personally. And yeah, very exciting times in the sector, of course. So very exciting. Always stoked to cover this sector with you guys. It was a solid crypto convo. I'm getting a little winded right now, to be honest, just because we've been talking so much. But let's talk about BlockFi Unlimited, 1.5% back in Bitcoin on every purchase. All right. So on a real note, you guys, this is such a sick card. Like, look at this card. They've been teasing this for a few months now, and I've been so excited for this to come, and I'm so pumped for mine to come. I hope the partners get it a little bit earlier so I can show you guys in real time. Whenever I get this in, you guys are going to be the first to see, you know that. But again, you guys, such a revolutionary product. The black metal card with a Bitcoin logo on it. What a flex. And again, you get Bitcoin back. You get Bitcoin straight back in your BlockFi account when you make purchases with this Visa card. You can use a Visa anywhere, similar to some of the other cards that I've talked about on this channel. But again, super exciting here, you guys. BlockFi is, I freaking love this company. And again, the cards here, the sign up is just right on their website. So if you do want to get on the wait list for one of these cards, get one of these bad boys in your hand as soon as possible. Hit the link in my bio. You can just go straight there. And if you use that link, blockfi.com/Royce, you also get up to a $250 crypto bonus when you make a deposit into your BlockFi account for the first time. Create a BlockFi account, you get a little bonus. I get a little bonus. It's a win-win situation. And again, you guys, the reason I've been a user and a fan of BlockFi for so long is because you have your crypto earned money for you, not only as an investment. So if Bitcoin goes up, you obviously make the money off Bitcoin just as an investment. But on top of that, you can earn up to 8.6% APY. Interest accrues daily and is paid monthly. There are no hidden fees, no minimum balances, and no reason to wait. So again, you guys, I believe Bitcoin earns you like 6.5% interest annually or something like that. So here's a calculator right here. Say you have one Bitcoin in, and you just leave that one Bitcoin in for 10 years, that would earn you a total of almost $40,000 for your Bitcoin. But say Bitcoin right now is at 50K. Say it's at 500K. This also compounds on top of that. So you would earn significantly more. As BTC goes up, the amount of interest you earn on that Bitcoin goes up because the interest rate stays the same, but the price of the asset, the underlying asset, which is Bitcoin, appreciates. You're obviously going to earn more interest, okay? So let's just go to 1 year just because it makes it a little more digestible. 1 year, you have one BTC in at a $50,000 price. You earn $3,000. Like, why would it? Like, it's such a no-brainer in my opinion, and I feel most of you guys feel the same way, just because it's obviously you're just making more money by doing pretty much nothing, unless you're using your Bitcoin for something, which is unlikely. Like, this is how you can actually use your Bitcoin. Okay, so as always, you guys, do your own research on this. I love this. I'm a user of it, and I have zero issue, and I'm proud to be BlockFi's partner. So again, blockfi.com/Royce, first link down in the description if you're interested in that, and we will call it there, you guys. So that was a long one. I'm going to go jump in the ocean because it's a beautiful day outside, and I hope you guys all have a beautiful day. So again, I'll catch you downstairs in the comment section. Until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.